What is good, guys? It's Ray J back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's going on with Tesla, SPY, Nvda, the QQQ, and a couple of other tickers. And break down what's happening with the economic calendar, some big news that just came out for the markets, and also what's going on with Teslas. We have important headlines coming out. But before I break these all this information, before I get into any more details, let me just mention a couple of things. I am personally not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Weeble link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Webull and deposit $500, you're guaranteed 20 free stocks. If you deposit $25,000 or more, you're guaranteed 75 of them. And the offer ends very soon, ends tomorrow. So check it out before they run out. Anyways, for Tesla, you guys can see that this thing pushed all the way up to about this 198 area, just under 199, which is where we had this resistance zone. And then we ended up coming all the way down towards this support. We hit 191 just above the 190 area. This was very close to the previous resistance becoming support. And now since then, Tesla's back up trying to push a little bit. Tesla's still showing lots of strength. It's still up 15% for the day, outperforming the market big time, and it's still holding up very, very well. But the question is, what's happened to the markets? What has been coming out that's affecting us? As a reminder, there's not really much data coming out for tomorrow, but today we had the Treasury refund financing estimates come out. And what happened was the US Treasury made a very important announcement. They announced that for during the April to June quarter, that's the second quarter, the Treasury expects to borrow $243 billion privately held in net marketable debt. That's assuming an end of June cash balance of $750 billion. So we're going to be looking at more borrowing. This is actually a little bit higher than what many people were expecting. And then with this happening, the market had a little reaction to this. It kind of dipped a little bit once this came out. It's trying to rebound a little bit, but that's what the first reaction was. For Tesla, I'm seeing a lot of news about the short sellers. They've lost more than $5 billion in the post-earnings rally. But this also depends on the short sellers specifically. So there were short sellers that shorted Tesla back near its peak when it was in the 400s, back when it was in the 300s. Some of them are still up overall. But for the people who started shorting Tesla, and for many notorious short sellers that shorted Tesla since like before its earnings, expecting more downside, they're the ones who are down more than $5 billion already. So once again, it's all relative, but I just want to note that this is something worth noting. There were a lot of instances where people expected Tesla to crash more and more and more. Instead, they got an opposite reaction. And that is what tends to happen in the markets as we see market makers kind of play out their own intentions and do what's best for them. So that's what happened so far. We got this short squeeze, and the market, for Tesla, it's been outperforming the market. And right now, the market's in a very critical place. So I just want to talk about some levels. So for Tesla, as you guys can see, we're actually on an uptrend on Tesla, very, very strong one. Let me just pull up the 4-hour time frame just to show you this up close. And what you'll see is that Tesla has been uptrending for quite some time. And I noticed that we simultaneously have this imbalance up here. So I think Tesla will easily go up to 200 very soon. We also have this chop zone between the 205 and about 198 area. And that's where Tesla ended up going up to today, that 198 zone. So now Tesla's in a position where, okay, we do have more upside potential, but we are kind of dipping just a bit for now because of the overall market. So we'll have to see if Tesla could try to get that rebound, especially tomorrow and beyond. So I would say to watch resistance in this 195 area, see if Tesla could break through that. Breaking through that would give Tesla a lot more potential to try to retest its highs. So I see potential in this chart. I'd say the overall chart is bullish, and there's a very good chance it could continue to soar towards that 200 area. So Tesla's still looking pretty good. It has potential. If we lost support right here at 191, there's going to be a risk of it dipping all the way down to 188 all over again, then 185. But I believe that Tesla is going to hold up a lot better, and we could actually continue to push from here. Going into tomorrow, we'll see what happens with the data, but for now, Tesla still has potential. For SPY, we got this big dip off the negative news that came out about our, at least a negative reaction off the Treasury. However, I just want to make it very clear that right now, SPY is in a very, very interesting place. So I said in order for this to turn bullish, you have to break past 510. Now, we haven't broken past it yet. To turn bullish, you need to see this thing continue to soar and break past 510. If we hold or close above that, yes, we could go all the way up to 512 after that. The 512s would be coming. That's our next target, but we're not really there yet. And with this rejection of 510 so far, I'll be making sure that we try to hold above our support at 507. That's going to be our critical support. The reason for that is because at 507 is where we have our 50 EMA. There's also support around this, 508.25 area, then 507 below that. And my warning for everyone is that if we were to hypothetically lose this 506.6 area, the 200 EMA, we could easily fill this gap down to 503. So SPY is showing a little bit of weakness, but it's trying to rebound a bit. But it doesn't really matter as much because we have to break past 510 to turn back to bullish. So give this some time. On the QQQ, we have resistance currently at this 433 area. We have support at 431.5. Losing this would take us down towards 430. If we lose 430, this could easily start dipping all the way down to 428. If we break past 433, we could remain bullish. Right now, the QQQ is kind of trading sideways in this range. We haven't been able to break past 433 yet, so we're still kind of stuck for now. But just know that as we have big tech earnings tomorrow, that could change a lot for this. So I'm just going to be patient for now. We're just kind of range bound on the triple Q. For Apple, we're kind of turning a little bit just temporarily. We're going to be watching our supports at this 173.5 area. Losing that opens the doors for 172.8, then eventually the 171 area. Now, Apple looks like it could dip a little bit more, but even if it does dip slowly, the overall trend is still bullish, and I do expect more upside. I think we could easily go to the high 170s soon, but we might dip a bit first. There is a risk of it kind of dipping down, testing this 20 EMA first before we get a big bounce. For the QQQ, this is not the QQQ, sorry, Nvda. For Nvda, this is looking pretty decent. We kind of dipped a little bit. Now we're trying to rebound. Look at resistance right here at 877. Look at support at 872, then eventually 868. I believe there's a very good chance that this might try to rebound a little bit, might try to push back up to 880, but that's what I'm seeing for now. Just for a few more tickers, I just want to remind you all that Coinbase is looking kind of weak, but there's a big but. We have this critical support right here at this 215 area. If we were to lose 215, then yes, we could fill this gap down to 210. But overall, we're still holding up quite well. So watch and see if we hold 215 or not on there. For Amazon, watch support at 179.58 and also at 178.9. If we bounce off that 178 area, it could be making its way back up to 181. If we lose 179, we're going to be dipping quite lower. So we're holding up very well on Amazon, in my personal opinion. So it's just kind of shuffling. Meta is a little bit weak, but we're trying to base at 430. That's where we have this previous resistance becoming support. Losing 430 would take this all the way down towards basically this 424 area. We're going to be watching to see if it could base here because it's already dipped quite a bit, but it could try to rebound as well if we hold 430. So watch for that on Meta. I'll be very patient. The VIX is still kind of shuffling in around the 15 area, so it hasn't officially gone a big break. So I'm just going to be very patient for this. With that being said, I just want to say I really appreciate every single one of you. So thank you all so much for listening. The market is still holding up very, very decently. It's not like we're crashing or anything like that. We did get a little rejection, but we're trying to rebound right now. So give the market some time for SPY to turn bullish. Let's see if we break past 510 or not. If we end up continuing to sink, then it is what it is. But for now, we'll just be watching our levels. We're still range bound on SPY. Once again, to turn bullish, we have to break 510 or close above it. We're not there yet, so give it some time. Be patient, and we'll see how we end up closing in just a few minutes. Thank you for listening, guys. I hope you guys have an absolutely incredible rest of the day. One more thing about Tesla, it's trying to push up again, so it could be approaching 195 again, looking pretty good. Tesla is still very strong and has a lot more upside potential, but just know that the overall market sometimes has effects on it. That's what happened today, but it's still doing a good job at holding up as it's up 15.5% as of right now. So Tesla's holding up well. Thank you all so much for listening. Have a great day. I'll see you guys very soon on the next one. Thank you and peace out.